Hi again. Welcome to another Corey's Corner. It's been a while since I've done any filming or Q&As. I do a lot of things through mentorship programs or calls that I have. So I decided to do a couple, and I wanted to focus a little bit on my personal professional development, and I wanted it to feature both my parents. So today I have my mom with me, Olive Dorothy Graham, and she is a young mom. She's a teenage mom, and both my parents have been together since we've been around. And it didn't stop her from really doing the best job they could for us to make sure that we were finishing school and doing all the right things. So I know sometimes the narrative is there where it's not always encouraging, and there are tons of moms who are young moms who are very successful, have very successful lives and children and family life, and success is relative. So I think we play this big thing. We think sometimes success is it has to be that you're like the Joneses and so on, and it's not. You have to look at what it is your family unit is and what success means to you as an individual and for your family as well. And a big part of that has to be lifestyle balance, having happiness, having people around you that you can turn to, for those of you who are spiritual or religious, making sure you're feeding your soul, because that's very critical, and we've learned this in so many different ways. So welcome, and I just wanted to talk just quickly about, as a young mom, there's a lot of things that you did. Like we could talk about, when you picked us up, you dropped us off to make sure. You didn't also make sure it was just us that you took. You took everyone who was in the community or neighbors. And I remember, so tell us a little bit about just, you were also from a larger family. I think you're one of 13. So you have brothers and sisters. I have aunts and uncles that are actually younger than I am. So just tell a little bit about, what it was like being a young mom and having 5 kids in, a young family as well in an inner city or ghetto community.
Well, you didn't look at it like that. You just have your family, you have to care for them, and you have to be you're a mother, so you have to take care of your kids. That's basically where you're thinking about this. You just do what you know you have to do, because it's a natural. And again, a lot of things based on your upbringing. So that's how you react to when you bring up your kids. You try to bring them up in the same way and even in a better manner than you do. You weren't like thinking. Maybe you stop to think. Maybe things will be different. You just do what you have to do.
Now you were raised by your grandmother, and I think one of the things overhearing conversation, first you always liked to beat us, and you didn't get beating, and you didn't like beating, but within reason I see the effectiveness, and some of your scare tactics work, because some of the things, like even being younger, you weren't, you didn't go to do, or you weren't interested in, being a part of or so on. And I never felt like I was isolated or out. I have lots of adversity. I was born with adversities coming against me, like even the thing about being, stolen at 8 by someone. But talk about, I think, the importance of your grandmother in who you were or what you did, because I remember even sometimes, I guess, even you took us to the Carnation Market at times, the busy place.
When my grandmother died, you were a baby, because Ingrid weren't a year old yet. You were 2, going on 3.
But we went to the Carnation Market.
Yeah,
You
my
took us
grandfather
there.
was there, but my grandmother had passed on.
Oh, okay.
My grandmother passed on July the 28th. It was a year. You were 3. But when you were small, we used to go by our house. So you remember, because you always, one time you find some money and say somebody give you. Yeah, we used to go by Agate Park Road, by I Park Road, where Shirley was. Used to carry you there. Only Sunday we don't go up there, but because she died when you were 3 years old.
So tell us about the experience of having a grandmother, and some of those values that you used, I guess, that became part of who you were, because I think you had plenty of opportunities. She wanted to send you back to school, and you were very adamant about really just wanting to be there for your kids and not going away to the UK to continue in nursing
My
or stuff.
grandfather didn't want to send him back to send him to US. He was young then and English were being, because they were gonna take you guys and take. Once you start having, well, everyone different. You don't want to leave the children. You don't care who it is. Nobody wants to give up the kids. And as I said, I swapped my doll for you guys. Put down the doll and take up the real doll. So it is, motherhood is a natural instinct. It's just as you just want to secure it, just like a the hen and the chicken and secure. This is yours. This is yours. You know, my grandmother, she's a Christian, so you go to church. And then when we used to go to school again, you have to have devotion every day. So it's the Christian, the background of this is Christianity. And how you grow up. Because you grow up knowing that you shouldn't go to body touch you before you're married, and certain things you don't go up with. Even in the ghetto, as far as you grow up with values.
All right, well, that touched on a number of different things we don't want to go to, so folks have to put things in perspective. But that's not the point. The point of this all is that the culture of a home, certain fundamental piece becomes important in terms of one's development, because in fact for me, my spiritual journey or my Christian journey started a very long time, and one of it was the exposure to having to go to so many churches. I mean, Scientology is the only thing that I can recall, because that's new and was more American. That, you know, we have synagogue, we went to temple, we went every faith you can think of, you know, mosque, we went to, you know, went Jehovah's Witness, Seventh-day Adventist, Pentecostal, and everything. And we were raised Catholic. I'm still a practicing, relatively speaking, Catholic. I have different religions within my family unit as well. But, you know, let's just talk about, I guess, you know, one of the time with that experience with, as you can tell, we're outdoors by the water, so this noise is going to go on for a little bit. So talk about timing. Talk about the time. I mean, part of it, I think, when you have the, you know, what you've done is in terms of picking us and taking us is with, you know, building a relationship or establishing yourself within the community, because over time where we were, as much as it was considered the ghetto, it really got really bad. And so, you know, talk about the, you know, that in terms of when you were able to find me, when this lady, you know, stole me from the store because she wanted to show me where I could get the gas, the oil, the kerosene sooner, and the fact that because there was a gas or oil shortage, right? She just wanted to steal the money, and she took me in this, you know, like place that it was worse than a war zone, and you were able to find.
It was after the 83. We know, yeah. But I'm saying it's a long time.
Trying to tell people my age.
Not really. But it was a war zone. People had leave the house because of the election and the war that going on. So people had gone. So the place is deserted. Just one and two people maybe there. And shop. The meat shop was down the bottom, but nobody were looking. So like 2 hours. It was 2 hours, an hour after, and I don't see you. So I had to leave the baby and walk and look every time I look. When I go to the shop, they say, yeah, she was the person. I said, she was here, but she gone. So with a lady, and I go there, and somebody said, she gone. A lady, she see a lady going down, and I walk. So when I come and see you stand up with the bag before the dessert building.
God. You know, I laugh about it, and I know the seriousness of being stolen or taken, and, you know, people have to put this in a cultural context. You know, we were safe, were able to go to the stores, their local store right down the block from where we were. But it's just showing that one of the things we have to remember in our growth, in our personal development, is that we were once young, we were once children, and we've gone through adversities, and parents have had adversities, and those things help to make you, depending on the network you have around you, to make you stronger. And I, like the rest of you, I think I have the greatest parents. My mom is, everybody asks who is my idol or who it is that person to me, and it is my mom and my dad, because of what they have done in their lives, and I've seen them, give and take. So, thanks for dropping by. If there's any last word or anything you want to share or tell folks, just, when things are difficult, either
Pray.
just pray, and
Leave
just
the
pray
rest to God.
and leave the rest to God. So on that note, check out Designs by Dr. G. My consulting firm is in Minority Business Enterprise Grim International Consulting, which Corey's Corner and Designs by Dr. G is a part of. And we also, my lifestyle brand does a 10% give back. It's a sustainability brand. So send your question, any comments you have on here, and please take it within the context of our conversation and not the bigger picture. If you have any questions or concern, just ask and we can have a dialogue. Maybe you can come on the next time. All right, till next time.